and it's awesome. It's an all-in-one that absorbs dirt and grime deep inside.
And it helps prevent streaks and haze. WetJet is so worth it. Love it or your money back.
Those Buddy Games, new Thursday at 9, 8 Central on CBS and on demand on Paramount+.
The cases you know.
My blood just going cold.
The inside story you don't. New FBI True premieres October 3rd on CBS.
All across the world.
Welcome to Australia.
One team, one dream, y'all.
NCIS Sydney, Monday, November 13th on CBS.
Forget the pumpkin spice. We've got sweet summery temps before it's officially fall. I'll show you in your full forecast. Live from downtown Marquette, it's your 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, raising the stakes. The UAW president says more facilities will walk off the job starting Friday if negotiations don't make progress. We'll have the latest. Plus, as the Delta County Commission makes changes to how it hears public comments at its meetings, some residents speak out against the new procedural change. Why commissioners say the change is needed. And Marquette residents and veterans hear updates about the progress on environmental testing at the proposed site for the new DJ Jacobetti Home for Veterans. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Another cool one tonight, of course, but Ariane, it looks like we won't be quite as chilly as previous nights.
No, and I don't think we're going to see frost for a little bit, but we all know it's around the corner. However, we are expecting some sunshine tomorrow. This evening, we'll see those clouds increase. That's going to be happening tomorrow night as well. But we've got some spotty showers throughout our Wednesday, more likely on Thursday, and then possibly this weekend. Those temps peaking up on Wednesday and Thursday. We could be in the low 80s. But our cool mugginess showing that, or our comfort index showing that we'll be cool and muggy. I've got your full forecast on the way.
Thank you very much, Ariane. We have new details about a home invasion and shooting that took place in Negaunee early Saturday morning. Just before 4 a.m. Saturday, Negaunee police were called to a home for shots fired. Police say 35-year-old Joshua Rhodes and 33-year-old Adrian Rhodes attempted to break into the home through a window. Joshua Rhodes shot at the homeowner, a 60-year-old woman who returned fire, shooting one round at Rhodes. No one was injured. Both Adrian and Joshua were arraigned yesterday. Joshua Rhodes has been charged with assault with intent to murder, first-degree home invasion, and 2 felony firearm counts. His bond was set at $500,000 cash or surety. Adrian Rhodes has been charged with first-degree home invasion and 1 count of carrying a concealed weapon. Her bond was set at $10,000. Both have been scheduled for a probable cause hearing on September 21st and a preliminary exam on September 28th. A Mohawk man has died after a rollover crash early this morning. The Keweenaw County Sheriff's Office says it happened just after 2 a.m. on US 41 in Mohawk. Deputies say the 50-year-old driver lost control, crossed the center line, and rolled into an unoccupied house. The driver was taken to UP Health System Portage, where he later died from his injuries. The crash remains under investigation. WZMQ will update this story as more information becomes available. The president of the UAW is raising the stakes in contract talks, saying if there's no progress at the bargaining table by Friday at noon, more workers will walk off the job. At this point, they're waiting for new counteroffers, as we're hearing from Stellantis today. Andres Gutierrez is outside the Ford assembly plant in Wayne.
We're going to keep hitting the company where we need to, when we need to.
UAW President Shawn Fain is upping the ante, promising more workers will walk off the job at high noon on Friday if there isn't significant progress at the bargaining table. It comes as no surprise to those already on the picket lines.
We got to reach this deal one way or another. We've given up so much over the years in the last few contracts. This is the only way we're going to get it back. We got to do what we got to do.
It's what sends a message. You know, you got to hit them where it hurts, right in their pocketbook, and the more that strike, the better.
You are the union's eyes and ears in your facility. We are asking you to be on alert for any changes that the company may be making now that the contract has expired.
The union is launching this online form to report those changes, because even if the company wants to change the price of snacks at the vending machine, it has to be bargained over. Meanwhile, striking workers keep getting support from all over.
We warehouse parts for them. We drive parts to different places for them. The union guys, the Teamsters, we're not going to cross the picket lines.
Next week, Trump is planning to skip the GOP debate to visit the picket lines himself. But in response, the union said, every fiber of our union is being poured into fighting the billionaire class, an economy that enriches people like Donald Trump at the expense of workers. We can't keep electing billionaires and millionaires that don't have any understanding what it is to live paycheck to paycheck and struggle to get by, and expecting them to solve the problems of the working class.
The Biden administration had talked about sending officials to Detroit to help with the negotiations. They're now backtracking from that, saying they will assess travel needs based on the progress of the negotiations. General Motors has talked of the need to likely idle a plant in Kansas. GM leaders say so far they're able to keep that plant running, but still expect at some point this week that plant will go offline because it relies on parts from the Missouri plant that workers walked out of already this week. Developing now, the Delta County Board of Commissioners has approved a new rule that the chairman says will help maintain order. WZMQ's Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons has the details.
In order for the commission to effectively transact business of the people, the chair is charged with maintaining an orderly environment within the public meetings of the Delta County Commission.
At Tuesday's Delta County Commission meeting, Chairman David Moyle proposed an addition to the board's rules and procedures, which he says would allow the board to maintain order when members of the public speak out of turn.
If an individual is warned more than twice for intentionally speaking out of order, that person can be asked to leave the meeting by the chair.
A person asked to leave can appeal, and the board would vote to support or overrule the chair's decision.
It's been happening for many months. This gives the chair a much stronger position.
The board approved the addition 3-2. Then one county resident stood and asked for Moyle's attention.
Sir, you're out of order.
I may be. You can kick me out.
Sir, I really don't want to. You're out of order.
I think you're a bunch of hypocrites.
You're out of order,
really
sir.
Running a kangaroo court here.
Sir, point of order.
If anybody,
if you don't sit down, I'm going to have to recess the meeting and have you escorted out.
He continued to speak, and Moyle called a recess, as outlined in the new rule. While not everyone agreed with the behavior of those speaking during the meeting, it was one of several moments to elicit applause from a portion of the audience.
I interpret it as a reduction in the ability of the people's freedom of speech. It's infringement on our ability to voice our opinion and our support for other people that are commenting on relevant items that are having an impact on our community.
This does not eliminate somebody's right to talk. We're giving you two opportunities, one at the beginning of the meeting, one at the end of the meeting. It simply puts a structure to our policies.
Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Escanaba.
I feel my constituents will want us to be as frugal.
The long-awaited location change for the DJ Jacobetti Home for Veterans in Marquette has community opinions split in support and in opposition. Michigan Veteran Homes hosted a second public forum tonight discussing the progress on the project. WZMQ's Mitchell Reif was at that forum and has the latest.
The DJ Jacobetti Home for Veterans is planned to move from its current location of the former St. Mary's Hospital to the former Cliffs Dow site. Due to the chemicals that have contaminated the land in the past, a big topic at tonight's forum was around how the mandatory environmental assessment is being done.
The site we have actively been in dialogue with the city of Marquette is known as it's a piece of the former Cliffs Dow site, which transparently has a history.
Although the Michigan Veterans Home is working closely with the Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy to ensure it's safe, starting construction of the new facility has to wait for approval and documentation from those testing. Eagle says from its research, volatile organic compounds were found on the site, such as methanol.
There was a large removal of waste at the north end of the site, as well as a significant removal by the city of waste material from the central portion of the site.
That removal was in 20 2011, and one of the opinions that was often voiced during tonight's forum was about the recent testing. Navy veteran Daniel Jakovich is in support of the testing being done, but says he's still on the fence of the chosen site.
Well, I think the biggest concern would be the contamination. I worked there for approximately 4 months in 1965 before I went in the Navy. So I know what was out there. I know what it was all about.
Eagle says the chemicals that are still present can be controlled and are very well known by the department. However, until safety of the site is documented, the deed restriction on the property that prohibits residency will remain in place.
There's nothing today that has shown that would preclude that site from being a veterans home.
If the project is approved, the city of Marquette will be able to sell the property to MVH and the construction can begin in the spring of 2024. If the location is determined unsafe, new sites are being discussed and the timeline would most likely be extended until the spring of 2025. Mitchell Reif, WZMQ 19 News, Marquette.
The Michigan Veterans Home says it will continue to provide updates to that project. We'll have links to up-to-date renderings on our website, WZMQ19.com. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break, plus the deadline for applying for home heating credits through the State Treasury Department to keep your home warm this winter. And the special national recognition this Dickinson County School District received today. Why Norway Vulcan Area Schools is a blue ribbon school after this.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature Made in the Midwest Restonic mattresses. Try one out today and compare other major brands. Let our sleep specialists help you find the bed of your dreams at Kirkish Furniture.
Fall is the best time to plant grass seed, and Menards is here to help. Midwest Master is a premium all-purpose blend that starts fast and blends well into existing lawns. A 15-pound bag covers up to 3,750 square feet and is $39.99 after rebate. Help prepare your lawn for winter dormancy and a healthy spring with premium fall lawn food fertilizer. A 17-pound bag covers up to 5,000 square feet and is now $12.50 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Escanaba and Delta County, home to beautiful beaches, Lake Michigan, lighthouses, pretty parks, and great people. It's why so many are proud to say, this is home. I'm Lily Simmons. I'll show you what's happening here every day. In your schools, your communities, and businesses. Sharing what makes this area so special.
Lily Simmons reports from Delta County. Weeknights at 6 and 11. Only on WZMQ 19 News.
They said I'll never run. Now I run marathons. They said I'll never have a job. Today, I work with global leaders. They said I'll never speak. Now I give speeches to hundreds of people at a time. They said I would never walk. Now I can jump 6 meters. The skills of people with intellectual disabilities go way beyond sports. We will defy your expectation. Help us build a more inclusive world.
WZMQ 19 News, honored with the Best Newscast Award from the MAB. Thank you for watching WZMQ 19 News. Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasek.
Today we saw a high of 63 degrees out at the National Weather Service, not quite breaking that high record of 83 degrees back in 1985. Right now, though, we're in that 50 to 65 degree range. Fairly clear conditions up north and a little bit cloudier down south. We can expect that tomorrow, although we could see more clouds tomorrow evening. Very low chances of seeing that aurora tonight unless you are way up in Canada. We'll expect those temperatures to rise on up tomorrow. Most of us in that 70 degree range, maybe close to 80. And then tomorrow evening, like I said, we can expect those clouds to come on back. So we have seen a little bit of rain over on the nose of the UP the past couple of hours, just some sprinkles over there. Not a whole lot of accumulation, but as you can see, the radar showing there is some activity over there in Gogebic and Ontonagon counties. 20s. And we will see a few pop-ups here and there on our Wednesday. Take a look here at 9 a.m. Most of these clearing out a little bit after 11 a.m. as well as those clouds for mostly sunny skies. And then around 10 p.m. on Wednesday evening, we could see a few pop-up showers returning. And then Elder County getting some action there on Thursday afternoon. By 5 o'clock, though, a lot of us seeing some scattered showers throughout that evening. Could get a little bit dicey in the central locations, maybe even a thunderstorm. But as of right now, we'll just call it heavy rain. And then we'll clear on out a little bit after that for mostly clear to partly cloudy skies on Thursday night. And then if you are looking for something to do, maybe head over to Rock, Michigan for that Haze Corn Maze. Wednesday, we'll expect a high of 71 there, partly sunny skies. Continuing on Thursday, a little bit warmer. That's when we're going to see those peak temperatures for everybody on Thursday. Tomorrow's going to be nice and a little bit toasty. We could see some fog over there in Iron River. Everybody else, though, expecting mostly sunny skies later on in the day. And then music on 3rd Street. This is the grand finale, the last one of the season. So if you dig it, head on up there on Thursday. Those temperatures, the event goes from 6 till 8 o'clock. Partly sunny skies and those temperatures dropping down from 69 down to about 65 degrees. Our 7-day outlook for Marquette will have toasty sunshine for that event on Thursday, and then that'll be our hottest day as those temperatures will slowly creep on down. Farmers Market on Saturday, we'll expect a high of about 70 degrees, 30% chance of showers then, but we're expecting fairly dry conditions as of right now into next week. And I want to thank Jose Guzman of Eben Junction for sending in his shot of the Aurora Borealis. I don't know if anybody else got out there, but if you still have some pictures, please send them our way. I've got your school day outlooks coming up in about 15.
Thank you very much, Ariane. It is going to get cold pretty soon here, and the deadline is approaching for a Michigan credit that could help cover home heating costs this winter. Michigan's home heating credit helps qualified families pay for heating expenses. The deadline to apply is September 30th. You don't have to file taxes to qualify for the credit. The Michigan Treasury says to contact your local tax preparer or visit michiganfreetaxhelp.org for help filing separately. As summer comes to a close, Treasury outreach specialists say they're trying to make sure anyone who's qualified is registered.
Over 250,000 Michiganders have received the credit, and they receive up to annually about $200 a year, which frees up a lot of income then that you can use towards other critical needs in your house.
We have more information about how to apply and the qualifications on our website, WZMQ19.com. A Marquette County organization is looking for volunteers to help fight hunger. The Marquette County Crop Hunger Walk takes place October 1st at the Marquette Hope Connection Center. 25% of all the money raised will be distributed between Northern Michigan University's food pantry and St. Vincent de Paul services. Participants will walk about 3 miles to the NMU Food Bank and back to the Marquette First Presbyterian Church. Organizers say everyone can help by dropping off non-perishable food items at the church at any time.
If they wanted to put, like I did, I put a box out at my church for people to bring, if everybody brought one canned good, that box would be overflowing. So it's a small thing, but everybody can maybe do something small. And as all the small things come together, it becomes something very large.
We have more details about the crop walk at WZMQ19.com. The UP is shining bright with academic honors today. WZMQ's Iron Mountain Bureau reporter Amy Doyle shares the story of how one school in Dickinson County is getting knighted for its excellence.
The Norway Knights are slaying the world of academics. Earning today's title as a National Blue Ribbon Award recipient at the elementary level, the school plans to keep all grades on a roll with a standard of high achievement.
Continued educational excellence and see the kids do well as they move on to middle school and high school and then into adulthood.
Teachers voted among their peers to select a colleague who will accept the award on behalf of the school.
Well, we're going to Washington, D.C., so Norway-Vulcan area schools we're very proud.
Paul is poised to attend the National Award Recognition Ceremony alongside the elementary principal. That means students will say goodbye to their beloved Miss Paul for a few days during the UP's biggest holiday. deer season.
And usually my favorite sub, my mother is the sub, but we had another teacher that's an avid hunter and he plans ahead of time, so she's in that room, but I might have to get her over here.
As the Knights demonstrate consistent leading progress in state test scores for nearly a dozen categories, the school attributes its success to new teacher-driven resources. Ready Math is currently molding minds for arithmetic study, and Wonders is the chosen favorite for literacy. Faculty say now they plan on honing in on this level of achievement for their middle school and high school students.
This year, in fact, we did even better, so we're really happy about that, and we hope to be able to continue that in years to come.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see Washington, D.C. Keep up the great work, families, and thank you.
Paul says she'd like to thank her fourth graders who are working hard on their new Ready Math assignments. Amy Doyle, WZMQ 19 News, Norway.
Houghton Portage Township School District was the only other UP district to receive that prestigious honor today, so congratulations to the Gremlins and the Knights for all their hard work. A Delta County business is making Halloween costumes more affordable and accessible for families. The Gladstone Dairy Flow is hosting a Halloween costume swap. The public is invited to bring in a costume and exchange it for one that's already been donated at no cost. Anyone who donates a costume without taking one will receive a $10 Dairy Flow gift certificate. Any costumes not taken by October 15th will be donated to students in local schools.
Maybe can't afford an expensive costume, or I really want to be a monkey this year, but monkey costumes are $40 and sorry, we just can't afford that. Well, we have a monkey costume. Maybe they were going to have to be the same thing they were last year or wear a hand-me-down. Now they have a wide variety and it's free to them.
Costumes can be dropped off at the Gladstone Dairy Flow Monday through Thursday from 11 to 8, Friday and Saturday from 11 to 9, and Sunday from noon to 8. Still ahead tonight, President Biden meets with Ukraine's president at the UN General Assembly today. Their talks about the ongoing war with Russia after this.
The Emmy-nominated Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Weeknights on CBS.
I didn't know it would feel this good.
With over 50 million Toyota Corollas sold, it seems like we built one for everybody. And now we have. We built this one to be so dependable that it's often passed down within the family. We built this one to get 50 mpg and available all-wheel drive. This one for its handling and easy parking. This SUV for your next big adventure. And we built this one just for the fun of it. Introducing the 300 horsepower GR Corolla. Now there is a Corolla for everybody. Toyota, let's go places.
In a game of quick draw.
Jump rope.
Jump rope is correct! 1, 2, 3, it's fast-paced family fun for all. Pictionary. Every weekday.
Weekdays at 9 on WZMQ CBS.
Now more than ever, you need to know what's happening here in Washington. Decisions affecting your life by the people you set here. I'm Rachel Knapp. Tracking the daily decisions by your senators and representatives. That's my job, and I report to you. Healthcare, education, the economy, taxes, jobs, all hang in the balance. Watch my reports from Capitol Hill only on WZMQ 19 News.
Hello to you, I'm Gail King.
I'm Tony DeCopel. And I'm Nate Burleson.
This is us. We're all here to wake up your mornings to help make sense of the latest overnight developments.
What you can expect from your day before you head out the door. You'll also hear directly from the biggest newsmakers in America.
And you'll see the best group of journalists in the business with exclusive reporting and breaking overnight news.
That's a lot. Watch CBS Mornings right here on your new CBS affiliate in the Upper Peninsula. That's WZMQ 19.
Amy Doyle reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News. The award-winning WZMQ 19 News. Live and local with Sarah Blakely.
President Biden and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky made the case at the United Nations General Assembly for continued support for Ukraine in its war against Russia. Michael George reports from the UN.
Welcome. President Biden urged world leaders gathered at the United Nations to stand strong against Russia's illegal war on Ukraine.
If you allow Ukraine to be carved up, is the independence of any nation secure? I'd respectfully suggest the answer is no.
For the first time in modern history, we have a real chance
to end the aggression on the terms of the nation which was attacked.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky appeared here in person at the General Assembly for the first time since Russia's invasion. He warned world leaders that the Kremlin's aggression could move beyond his war-torn country's borders.
And the goal of the present war against Ukraine is to turn our lands, our people, our lives, our resources into a weapon against you, against the international rules-based order.
Zelensky is set to visit the White House and Capitol Hill later this week.
Russia believes that the world will grow weary and allow it to brutalize Ukraine without consequence.
Amid growing signs of resistance among Republicans, Congress is considering President Biden's request for an additional $24 billion in aid for Ukraine. So far, Ukraine has received hundreds of billions of dollars in international aid.
The leaders of China and Russia and U.S. allies France and Britain all decided to skip the General Assembly. In health news tonight, too much screen time for 1- and 2-year-olds is associated with lower developmental scores just a year or two later. Japanese researchers looked at nearly 60,000 children and found those who spent more time in front of screens had lower communication, motor, and social skills. Kids with higher scores had less screen time and are also more likely to have an older sibling, attend child care, and have parents who read to them. A common infection within hospitals does not spread from patient to patient as often as previously thought. A study from the University of Michigan found C. diff, which causes diarrhea and potentially life-threatening colon damage, is usually already in a patient's gut, and a still unknown trigger causes the infection to spread. And people who work out in the morning are less likely to be obese. An analysis published in the journal Obesity found people who do moderate to vigorous physical activity between 7 and 9 a.m. are less likely to be overweight than those who work out in the afternoons or evenings. The morning group also has a healthier diet, but also spends significantly more time sitting, which research shows can lead to other negative health risks. Updated COVID-19 vaccines are now available. The new shots come as cases and hospitalizations are increasing and the respiratory virus season is picking up. Stephanie Stahl has more.
Gigi Hua is first in line at Walgreens in Manhasset, New York, to get the updated COVID-19 vaccine.
I heard the COVID is peaking again.
The 48-year-old also opted for additional protection in her other arm, receiving her flu shot.
I don't want to get COVID. I certainly don't want to get the flu, so I'm getting both.
Updated COVID-19 vaccines are rolling out as cases and hospitalizations continue to increase. The latest CDC data shows more than 20,000 hospital admissions for COVID-19 in the first week of September. That's up 7.7% from the previous week.
We've started our respiratory illness season, and we are so busy trying to protect our neighborhood and our patients.
The CDC expects the total number of hospitalizations this year from COVID, flu, and RSV to be similar to last year, higher than levels before the pandemic. For the first time, vaccines for all three of the major respiratory viruses are available this fall.
One vaccine in each arm.
Pharmacy manager Helen Mazer reminds patients they can get more than one vaccine at their visit.
Not only will it save you time, but it takes 2 weeks for the vaccines to start working. So you'll be fully covered by the time the season really hits.
At 60 years old, it's recommended Ziba Rahman get the new RSV vaccine.
I have elderly parents. I have people who are immune compromised in my family, and I don't want to bring home anything.
She also got her flu shot to do everything she can to keep herself and her loved ones healthy this winter.
Please do stay with us for 15 minutes. I just want to watch.
Updated COVID-19 shots will be covered for most people through private insurance, but the uninsured can receive the latest vaccine free of charge under the new federal Bridge Access program. After a pleasantly cool night, we'll be warming up for the next few days. Ariane has the outlook on the way. And one last look at last night's aurora. We're back after this.
The bathroom of your dreams is only a phone call away with BCI Bath and Shower. We can make your ordinary bath and shower extraordinary. This is not a cookie cutter design. This is a complete custom build that will fit your every need. It's never been easier or more affordable than right now to get the bathroom of your dreams. We have the best monthly programs in the industry with payments as low as $99 per month or no payments, no interest for 18 months with approved credit. The hardest part of your new bathroom is gutting and building the tub and shower. If your bathing area is old, there could be damage behind the walls and possible mold and mildew, which can be a serious safety issue. At BCI, we don't cover a problem, we fix it. Call now to get a never clean glass treated door with a no-track system at half off for the first 50 callers. Factory trained, certified installers made in the USA and discounts for seniors and military. Call 800-304-6841. 800-304-6841.
Hey, what have you been doing up there?
Honey, only ask questions that you really want the answers to. Okay. And we get a reward for being such a nice guy?
As long as nice guys don't finish first.
A good guy, but he's got a big dilemma. 3 girls, a wife, are hanging up on his hands.
Oh my God, are we poor?
You are. We're doing very well.
The family's growing and it's only.
I know this might be too late to say, but I'm not sure we should have children.
The last man standing.
Oh, what are you dressed as?
Oh, farm girl.
E-I-E, I know.
He's the last man standing.
I wasn't always this good at this.
That's Jackson. That's Mike. We went to the mall.
Haters, gonna hate. Peace out.
On Last Man Standing.
Clear skies out here in Marquette, as well as Houghton, those temperatures in the 50s. A little bit warmer in Ironwood with a 63-degree temperature, and down south here, some clouds. We'll expect those clouds to increase overnight. Taking a look at Marquette area tomorrow morning, 56 degrees around 7 a.m. Everyone should expect similar temperatures across the UP as those clouds eventually clear out, leaving partly sunny skies here and a high of about 71 by 3 p.m. All right, run Iron Mountain on Saturday. We're looking at a little bit brisk in the morning there as things kick off around 8 a.m. and then we'll warm up increasingly throughout the day. 25% chance of showers, so y'all should be good. And then we also have Big Bay's Big Day on Saturday. They've got Fall Fest going on as well as their Harvest Fest, a concert, and we'll expect some fairly nice temperatures for that event. Our 7-day outlook for Escanaba will warm up tomorrow. 74 is that high, sticking with the 70s until about Sunday when we see 67.
Finally tonight, the sky put on quite the light show again last night. The northern lights were visible across the UP late last night and into the early hours of the morning. These pictures were taken with a drone over the city of Ishpeming by our operations manager, Ken with 2 N's. We were seeing pictures from up in the Keweenaw all the way out in Manistee, over Lake Michigan, everywhere in between. NOAA's Space Weather Prediction Center isn't showing much luck for us tonight to see the aurora anyway. And Ariane, you said that we're going to have clouds, so we probably wouldn't be able to see that.
I'm sorry.
We know this is just what happens, and it seems to always happen when it's like, oh, like the the KP index is really high, and it's like, but it's cloudy out.
Yeah. You just got to live in Canada or Alaska.
Or, yeah, for real, to
or
see
the North
them
Pole.
Whenever you want.
And anyway, thanks for taking those pictures, everybody.
Yeah, love and it never gets old. It never gets old seeing aurora pictures.
No.
Yeah. That's it for tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Since the 15th century, Antwerp, Belgium has been the city for diamonds. Erickson Jewelers is going overseas to this diamond capital soon to handpick directly from a sparkling selection unlike any in the world. Tell us what you're looking for and we'll use our connections to personally find it in Antwerp's famous diamond district. This is a special opportunity that allows us to negotiate the best options